Alright, what's up people? This is SiTHFuRioN, and right now we're going to be jumping into more of The Last Kingdom. We're on episode 8 of Series 4. Super quick recap because I don't have a lot of time today and I want to get this in. So last time, Uhtred became the new ruler of Mercia. Like, I get it, it's kind of like a smart way of doing it. Like, there's someone in power to maintain peace until the child is old enough to rule and everything, and, you know. But Uhtred didn't look too happy about it. Uhtred didn't seem too happy. I don't think this was his plan. This wasn't his agenda at all. To become ruler and to basically spend like the next couple of years waiting until Althwin Althwin is old enough to be married off, and, you know, and for a new ruler. So like, maybe he'll have his own plan, his own agenda to try and use the forces to take Banshee back. But even Edward said that I can help, I can give you the men to help you get your home back, or something like that. So I don't know, but he didn't really look too happy about it. And also Athelflaed didn't look too pleased when Alswith told her, like, you know, Uhtred is the new ruler. Like, what? So Breeder is now free. Basically, some Danes came through and just smashed everything. Like, it was basically like a rescue party, you know, being led by Knut's cousin, apparently. It's still early days. Like, I'm not too sure how I feel about this new character just yet. If he's just going to end up betraying her, but then what's the point of betraying her if he's, well, what's the point of rescuing her if he's just going to betray her? Like, but of course, at some point, they're going to venture back into Wessex, because Breeder was saying that there's not a lot of gold here. Like, all the real gold and riches is in Wessex. So, of course, they're going to be heading back into England at some point. And, of course, her and Uhtred are going to cross paths at some point. And she's pissed off. She's pissed off with Uhtred at the moment. But it seems like every time we see her, she seems to be a bit more pregnant. So I don't know how that's going to play out when her and Uhtred do cross paths. But then again, that's if they do. I mean, like, the show's moving at kind of like such a pace now. Like, you might never know. Like, she might end up having the child before she comes across Uhtred, you know. Other big thing was Alswith. My God, Alswith. Last few episodes, man. Alswith has presented Athelstan, Edward's firstborn son, to him. I kind of get it. I get, like, him saying no, take him away type of thing, because it's like, right now I can't, like, I've got a queen, I've got my own child with her, like, it's just gonna complicate things going into the future. I've just finished sorting out one mess in Mercia, like, why we started like another load of shit, you know? But then at the same time, this could be him having the foresight of knowing that him acknowledging this kid and having this kid in his life is going to put this kid in danger. You know, maybe that's it. Maybe just Edward knows the possible outcome or the repercussions that could come because of the queen and her father, and, you know, doing everything they can to keep their child safe, you know. But I think maybe give it time. Hopefully, I'm hoping now that Edward and the kid will come around and spend some time together. Maybe when they go back to Wessex. I do think Alswith is going to end up really looking after this kid. But then at the same time, like I said, it's not really going to be safe for the kid to go back to Wessex. I don't know if he's going to stay in Mercia and maybe Alswith is going to stay with him or what. But okay. But I do honestly think that Alswith is going to look after the kid. Like I said it at the end of like the last episode. But I think Alswith will kind of protect the child. Because she said it like a few times now that it's her grandson, you know. But yeah, I do think Alswith is going to end up looking after the kid at some point. I don't know, man. I really don't know how this is going to play out. But yeah, we're going to get into this. Episode 8, Series 4. Let's do this, man.
To Uhtred of Mercia! Destiny is all.
Come on. I don't think it's going to last that long, you know, his reign, because, you know, like, it's not written in history that, you know, Mercia was ruled by someone called Uhtred. You know what I mean? They also said that in the end of, like, the last season about how people like Uhtred was never written about. That's why we don't really know about him now. So, I don't know. I don't know. Oh shit! Oh my god, okay. That was a bit graphic, okay. Just kind of showing Breeder's like anger and frustration and stuff, like in the recap, like, well, Uhtred said like he's harnessing her anger and some, like, man.
This is the best we can do for Mercia right now.
Yeah.
Another lord may not feel as well disposed to you.
That is true.
And still, you would prefer it than I take the throne.
If you are asking me to choose between a lord who is best for me or one who is best for Mercia, I will choose one who is best for Mercia. I appreciate all you have done for us, Uhtred, but it does not change my conviction that Mercia needs a ruler who is independent of Wessex.
Apologies, I can return if you wish.
I was just leaving, Father. I know you will do what is right.
See, like, I'm sure I've said it about how, like, Uhtred could rule in name only and she could do it.
Some of the aldermen wish to witness your baptism in person.
What?
Is my word not enough?
Is the prospect of inviting God into your heart again really so abhorrent that you are willing to give up this opportunity to be ruler of Mercia?
Fine.
Resolve all of this.
I will get baptized. Again. For the third time.
I did not keep myself alive in that hole in the ground to watch your men get fat here while the Saxons grow stronger.
You have a warrior spirit, and this is good. But if I ask my men to fight, it must be for a reason I believe in. They will fight to protect their families, or for food, or for land. But vengeance for Tattenhall, it is not enough.
I will go to find our allies to the north. They will fight the Saxons.
And that is what you must do.
I don't know what to make of him yet. Character-wise, actor-wise, like... Still can't believe he's going to get baptized again.
I thought you would be happy to see me baptized.
I would, if I believed you were sincere in accepting God into your heart.
See, in the other episode when he was sat with Edith, he was saying about how, like, he always thought that his fate was to, you know, go to Valhalla, but now he's not too sure. Like, could this be a start of him changing as a character a bit more?
Do you want a dog? Nobody wants you, dog.
Oh shit! Yeah, Breeder's a little bit fierce this season now, isn't she?
It is not that I doubt him. I just cannot forget that he held a knife to your father's throat and threatened to kill him.
Lord God, drive from Uhtred all the blindness of his heart. We ask you, Lord, to mercifully hear our prayers and protect Uhtred. Let us rejoice in the gift of grace bestowed on Uhtred, that he could not attain on this earth, but only by divine blessing.
There you go, ladies. I wonder if I'm going to need to blur that out. Because if it was a girl, I would have to blur it out because of YouTube, so...
Let the water cleanse him so that he may know your wisdom to do what is just. Uhtred, you are now a child of God.
I'd tell you what should have been good, like when he went down, should have had like quick flashes to when he was a kid. The first episode when they baptized him, like...
It is done, Ethelfled. Accept it. Uhtred has been baptized and will be the Lord of Mercia. And it is not the worst outcome.
I recall a time you wished Uhtred dead.
I did. But your father saw something in Uhtred that I was blind to.
Is it so much to wish that Mercia have a ruler that has not been selected by Wessex?
You can wish, but that is all. These decisions are not made by us. You think I would not have liked a greater voice? Instead of having to stand there quietly while men blithely make foolish decisions? This is our lot.
Keeps looking up to her like, I know you don't like it, but...
Lord and Protector of Mercia, you may take your throne.
Trust your brother's instincts.
I invite the Ealdormen to step forward and take their oaths to Lord Uhtred.
I would like to address the Witten. That you accept me as your lord. That is an honor I will never forget. And that's what makes what I have to say even more difficult. There is someone better suited to rule Mercia than I. Someone who cares for Mercia more than themselves. Someone who can be an equal ruler alongside our Lord King Edward.
Athelflaed.
I propose the Lady Athelflaed as ruler of Mercia.
Who supports Lord Uhtred?
I did say I can't see him ruling for long. I didn't think it would be like a matter of minutes.
I swear that as long as I hold the Mercian throne, I will remain chaste.
Is the Witten agreed?
Agreed. It means that she's got to stay single. She can't marry. It should have gone to her anyway as soon as Athelred died.
Back to your homes!
You know, as soon as he died, it should have went to her. Like,
They do not look like they're celebrating. We need to find Uhtred and advise him.
hey. In like a weird way though, like Alfred's main goal was one more step forward. Like two of Alfred's children are sat on thrones. They rule their own kingdoms. Like Alfred would want this. And the fact that Uhtred was the one who kind of achieved it, like...
I would like to speak with my brother.
The king is at prayer and says he does not wish to be disturbed.
Please tell him I wish to see him.
I will relay your message.
Edward's acting like a little dick right now, man. Like a spoiled little kid who can't get his way, like... Oh, wow. What did I say? We ain't seen the last of this fucking arse liquor. Oh my God, really?
Say, I have something very valuable that I can share with you, something that will help.
I thought you'd never shut up.
See, I've got this bad feeling now, like, if we thought he was dangerous before, he might be like even more dangerous now if he's going to be with the Danes.
Do you think it is wise to bring the child here?
Join us.
What did I say about, like, give it time? Give it time.
What is that you have? Is it a man?
No, it's a king.
Is he a good king?
Yes, like you.
Now that you have taken Aylesbury, what will you do with it?
Hold it until Mercia is in the charge of someone I trust.
You can trust Athelflaed.
So you side with my sister?
Exactly, your sister.
Thanks to Uhtred, our family now sits on the thrones of both Wessex and Mercia, and your father's dream of a united England is even closer. Athelflaed is your blood, and she will be loyal to you if you allow her. She is not a threat, Edward.
Yep. What was I saying? Oh my god, the show.
Your fjord are here for you, Lady of Mercia. I have enough men to fight your brother.
Wow.
And what order would you like to give your army?
To remain calm. I will not sacrifice a single Mercian life unless it is absolutely necessary. Open the gates for Lord Uhtred. There is no need for them to be closed any longer.
Come on.
Open them, and you have my word that the Fjord will not enter the town without invitation. There need be no conflict between us.
I don't get why Edward's being such a little dick right now, man. He just went off and rounded people up to come and fight for her. Like, people of Mercia are coming to fight for their queen. That's really cool, man.
Enjoy this moment. It might not always be so. As ruler, you will have impossible decisions to make. I know I've made mistakes in some of my choices. I was blind not to see that you were the right person to rule Mercia, and for that I'm sorry.
Our alliance is enough for me.
I also wish to discuss East Anglia. It was conquered by Ethelred, but since his death it has grown lawless. I propose we send an army there to maintain control.
Agreed. A joint army sends a clear message that we are allies. After that, we can push north into Northumbrian Daneland. Together, I believe we can achieve our father's dream of a united land.
Hell yeah, man.
I will prepare to return to Cookham.
You will not stay?
No. Seeing you every day and not being able to be with you, it is too painful.
The price we are paying is great, but it is an oath I had to make. I will miss you, Uhtred Ragnarsson.
Oh, man. It's like she can't be with nobody. Like, can't even get a little something behind closed doors.
I know you care about the boy, but it is impossible for you to take him to Winchester. There are people there that may wish him ill.
Okay.
If it is agreeable with you, I would like to take charge of the boy and take him to Bedwyn and raise him there as I raised you. To follow your footsteps and those of Alfred's.
How did I call that?
Elfwyn enjoys your company, and you have been very loyal to her. I will not forget that. But I am the queen now. You were my husband's mistress, and your brother killed Ethelred. To allow you to remain here would make me look weak. I do not wish to punish you too harshly. I will arrange a place for you at the nunnery where you can live and be safe.
I would prefer to find my own way.
Oh, man. Like, I get it. I really do get it. Like, but that does suck. Like, thanks for everything you've done for me, but because of your brother and the fact that you were sleeping with my husband, like, fuck off.
He is deterred who will help us take Winchester without a single drop of Danish blood being shed.
What? What?
Winchester is King Alfred's spiritual home.
Only a handful of soldiers remain there, no more than that.
We will never get an opportunity like this again. Winchester is weak and nobody realizes except us. You told me you would not ask your men to risk death, unless for food or land, but to protect their families. Winchester provides all things, and more. And there is no risk.
We leave for Winchester today.
Shit. Okay. Is this the first time we've ever had different music? It sounds like a remix of like the main theme. Or maybe it's just like an extra part that I've not heard before. Yeah, it's like a different version or something. Okay. Oh man. Oh man. I called it though, then I said it. I said it. Uhtred ain't gonna be the ruler of Mercia for long. I can't see it happening because, like, my history, like my knowledge of history is very short. No joke, history was one of my worst lessons in school. Thanks to this show and thanks to Vikings, I've learned a bit of history and watching stuff on YouTube, and like I don't know details and everything, but I do know for a fact that Uhtred technically was a real person, but there's not much history about him as far as I know. But that's why they put it into the 3rd season about how like Alfred would be written about, but yet nobody would write about Uhtred. You know, people like him was written out of other people's stories. And I think this is kind of another example of what could have happened. You know what I mean? That Uhtred was put into like a position of power and he was the one who made Aethelflaed become ruler. Like with her being a woman, it wasn't a very common thing back then for women to be in that such a position of power. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I do like that, man. But also like the whole thing with Alfred and his dream of like a united England. And for many years he used Uhtred as a tool to try and execute that, to try and bring everything together, to go out, to do this, to do that. And now, like, even after Alfred's death, Uhtred is still trying to execute those dreams. He's trying to accomplish Alfred's vision. You know, it's weird, and in like a weird way, it was like, wow, that's actually really cool. Because now, like, 2 of Alfred's children are rulers of their own countries, and ultimately it's one big step forward to one united England. It's so cool, man. And Edward as well. Like yes, Edward, like, being a bit of a dick and, you know, making stupid choices. Again, the boy king. But just for the actor, can I just say, like, there's certain things he does that I've noticed that you can tell he's gone back and he's watched Alfred. Like, you can tell that he's gone away and probably watched like a few older episodes and he's watched Alfred and how that actor played him and just certain things, like certain characteristics, certain mannerisms. Like you see Edward do it and you just think, oh, that's Alfred. You know, that's how Alfred would say that line, or Alfred would have that certain kind of hand gesture or something, you know. I got to be honest, like, I really respect what the actors are doing and their choices, you know what I mean? There's just certain things I really do like that. Yeah, like I said, now we have two of Alfred's children who are now rulers, and it's so cool. Talking about going to Northumbria as well and everything, like, oh man. As far as Elswith, I'm very shocked how spot on I was with that she would kind of take over and kind of teach the kid and everything. But like I said at the start, I weren't too sure if they were going to be staying in Mercia or if they were going to go back to Wessex. But if they went back to Wessex, then that would just add loads more shit to do with the Queen and her son, and then her father coming back into the show. So there's all of that. Plus now it looks like Breda and the Danes are making their way to Wessex. So there's going to be that. That's all going to kick off at some point. Okay, I've got to talk about this new Dane warrior leader, SiTHFuRiON, whatever his name is. I will probably get it, like, when I go to edit and I play that little bit over and over again, like, I'll probably get it. I can't really put my finger on it, but just, I honestly feel like the actor seems like a great actor. Like, he seems very intense in his face. The actor seems like he can actually act, you know, he can deliver dialogue and he can act. But it's just, I don't know, like, maybe maybe he was just cast in the wrong character. Only way I can kind of explain it, I feel like he would have been great casted as like a brother, as the sidekick, as the one off to the side, kind of like a little bit like Eric and Siegfried. You know how like Siegfried was this kind of like just giant tank, this bear that would just smash straight in, like swinging axes ready to go, while Eric seemed to be the one kind of hanging in the back, making plans and stuff. You know what I mean? Even though he was right behind him when it came to the crunch, I just feel like, I don't know, like you get what I'm saying, right? I just feel like it was the wrong actor in the wrong role. You know what I mean? I just don't believe that this guy, who has probably got the same type of build and physique as me, is leading his own raiding party. I don't believe that. You know, I know that's not really saying a lot for myself, but I don't believe that. You know, like I could understand it if he turns out to be like really cruel and evil, like Ivor-ish. You know, I could understand that, because then it's not so much about his build and like people are scared of him and stuff because of how crazy or dominant he is. It's because of how dangerous he is. Like, that's why people follow him. It's not out of respect. It's kind of fear type of thing. I could understand that. But up to now, they've shown nothing to him being this evil, sadistic fucker. You know, if anything, it's kind of the opposite. It's like, well, we've got lands, you know, we've got, you know, let's put our feet up, let's relax. Like, why go raiding anywhere else? We've conquered this place, it's great, let's take this. That seems to be his attitude. It's like, why go somewhere else, you know? I don't know, man. I'm not too sure on him just yet. But like I said, it's still very early days. Like, we still got 2 more episodes. So there's a chance that he could completely come out and dominate over the next 2 episodes. But yeah, so now the Arslicker is advising the Danes. Like I said, like, if we thought he was dangerous before, he's going to be 10 times more dangerous now. Because, of course, he's going to want revenge. He's going to want to see Wessex burn and everything. Like he wanted status. He wanted power. And he tried to go down this road, and he failed. So it's like, well, if I can't be a ruler of this, then I would rather rule over here and see it burn. Maybe that will be his logic. Maybe he thinks that he can rise up in the ranks of the Danes, maybe. Or maybe he just flat out looking for revenge now. Maybe he just says, fuck it, like, I just want to see everything burn. But I think it will be very interesting when Breeder and Uhtred come face to face again, you know. That might end up being like a season finale. But then saying that, if they're going to start making their way to Wessex, I don't know, geography-wise, like where Uhtred's son is going, isn't that in Wessex? Or near Wessex? Like, they might end up crossing paths, and yeah, thinking about it, I think they might end up crossing paths now, maybe. And maybe the kid will fight off and kill 1 or 2 Danes, and then Breeder will kind of step in like, who are you? And the kid says, I'm Uhtred. And she'll be like, what? Maybe something like that will happen. I don't know. But yeah, oh man, I gotta check out the next 2 episodes as soon as I can. But I generally don't have enough time today. And as far as other new characters, Edith, like, I get why Aethelflaed has told her to pretty much fuck off. I get it. But it does suck. It really does suck, like I said. But now she's going with Uhtred and everybody, right? Because Uhtred needs to escort Alswith back to wherever she's going with Alfred, right? So I guess they're all going to be going with her now. So I reckon they'll go with her. Edward and stuff will head back to Wessex. Breeder and everyone will attack Wessex in episode 9. And then word will get back, and that will leave Uhtred and everyone to go to Wessex in the finale. And that's where they come face to face and end on like a cliffhanger or something. Oh man. But I tell you what though, I really, really do like the kind of chemistry between like Finan and Stora, is it? Uhtred's daughter Stora. I like the chemistry between them and everything. Just that group, I think, works so well together because all the characters are so different, but yet they bounce off each other nice. I really, really do like that group. It's such a like a lovable group, you know what I mean? Like you've got SiTHFuRion, the kind of quiet, badass Dane that's in the group. You've got the baby monk, the devoted child of God type of thing, but yet still kills when he has to. He's come a long way since he first got introduced. And then of course you got Finan, who's been kind of the MVP a lot this season. So to introduce Stora into that group, it works, man. It's such a lovable group. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna wrap this up. Thinking about it, because it just popped into my head, we haven't seen Heston in a while. And I wonder if we are going to be seeing him again now, because it seems like the story's just kind of moving on. Maybe he might pop back up in the future. Maybe he will be a season 5 kind of pop up. But like he was saying about how like he just wants to have a quiet life now, and you know, he doesn't want to go to war anymore. Yeah, okay, I'm going to wrap this up because I don't have a lot of time today and I've got so much to get done. So yeah, man, give this video a thumb up if you like it. Comment down below, let me know what you think. And subscribe if you haven't already, man. Alright? I've been SiTHFuRiON, and I'll catch you in the next one, man.